Hey, we here. Ooh, yeah, we here.
Okay.
Yeah, we here.
We here.
We live. We here and we live.
Oh, bless you.
Oh, bless,
You
bless,
said
bless.
I chew.
I bless you.
Cause you said I chew.
I love us.
Oh
man. Hey, y'all. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. Welcome back.
Sunday, y'all.
To another episode of God's Got Jokes TV. We're here again, and we're so super excited. If you're here, just share this video. We've got a really exciting show for you all.
Yes.
Don't be shy. Come on in, share this video, say hey. We're here. All that great stuff. And it's Sunday, and what? We live. Hey, we live. Hey, we live. Hey, we live. Tag somebody and press the share. Hey, we live. Tag somebody and press the share. Hey, we live. Tag somebody and press the share. Hey, we live. Tag somebody and press the share. Hey, we live. We live. Hey, we live. We live.
Hey,
we live. Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of God's Got Jokes TV Live. If you're joining us on Facebook, if you're watching on Instagram, if you're watching on YouTube, we're so glad that you're here with us. I'm Portia.
I'm Jamal.
And we are
God's Got Jokes.
Yeah, too. But I was going to say, and we are something.
A black couple?
Yeah, we're a black couple. We're
hilarious.
A lot of things.
We're hilarious.
Yeah. I don't know.
We're in love. We can fill in the blank.
Yeah, I drew a blank. That's what I was like, and we are. I was like, we just said who we are. So, but in any case, yeah, happy Sunday, y'all. So the show, let's give y'all the rundown of what we're doing today. So we're going to give you what we're up to. We're going to talk about we be sipping. Okay, we be sipping.
Everybody sipping on
We're
something.
going to talk about what we're watching,
Everybody
a great
watches.
fan favorite.
Yes.
That favorite segment. Of course, we're going to talk about what we're playing because we got some games, y'all. We got games. And we be eating. And, I got a little something extra up my sleeve, a little secret segment. I'm going to just slide it in there. A little secret segment.
I'm trying to see.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
a little something up my sleeve. Speaking of my sleeves, y'all like my shirt?
Oh, I like your shirt.
Here's my shirt. I'm wearing a Spelman College alumna t-shirt today because today I did something really super dope with Spelman College.
Ooh, what'd you do?
Ooh, so today was a Spelman College senior service, and I had the chance to do the scripture for the service on this morning. And so the Dean of Chapel, Reverend Dr. Nichelle Guidry, asked that, that we show some Spelman love, wear some Spelman gear. Oh. And so I had to show out for my Spelman.
That's dope.
Yeah, I love Spelman. And so shout out to class of Spelman 2020. And I just had to represent. And are you repping today?
Oh, yeah, I saw you representing over here when you was getting ready, so I just figured I'd put my Hampton University t-shirt on, show some love to my blue and white.
Okay.
Yeah, the real HU.
Oh, well, we'll give you that.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
My home by the sea.
Mm-hmm.
My Pirates.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to all the Hamptonians that we know. We know a whole lot of Hamptonians. So, show some love to, actually literally show some love to Gabby and Andrew, the pastors of the Double Love Experience out in Brooklyn. They are Hamptonians, and so when I said show some love, I was like, wait, that's like their tagline, show some love. So yeah, if you have not watched your worship today, if you had not had your community on today, check them out at 5 p.m. right here on Facebook. They will be streaming, and I know it's going to be a great word.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually,
on their Facebook channel, not on ours, no.
Right, on their Facebook, and they're actually starting a new series on joy. So that's a shameless plug for the Double Love Experience.
Just type in Double Love Experience on YouTube or the interwebs and you'll find them.
Yeah, so shout out to them. So, Hampton, why'd you choose Hampton, Jamal? Out of all the schools that you could have applied to, why'd you choose Hampton?
Oh.
I'm curious.
Well, and I was in high school way back in 2007, and I went on a field trip. It was a college tour, if you will. And we had one of the places we went to was Hampton University, and I fell in love with the campus immediately, and I was like, I need to apply to this school. And then the people on the campus were just really cool. Like, I just loved the culture on the campus. I loved everything the school was about. And it was like my number one school when I was applying for college.
Where else did you apply?
Oh, I applied to Hampton.
Oh, the real,
Yes, the real HU. Howard. The secondary HU. And I applied to St. John's University here in New York. And I got into all three. And Hampton was my number one choice, so I went to the school that I wanted to go to.
Okay.
Why did you go to Spelman?
Because God told me to. God looked upon me and was like, you black women will go to Spelman. I said, okay! Like, yeah. And we were on a family trip, actually, to Atlanta. Okay. And while we were in Atlanta, we visited lots of schools because my sister was like, we got to go see some schools. And I was like, no. You know, like when you're on like a family trip and then your family member's like, oh, we're going to do a college tour while we're on the family trip. It's like, but we're on vacation though. Like, we're supposed to be doing rest. And so my sister was like, you know what? We're going to go see some schools. And so we took some tours.
So your sister was like, hey, while you're on break from school, let's go look at some schools.
It was the summertime, fam. Like, it was the summer. And she was just like, let's go see some schools. And actually, I'm really glad we did that. So shout out to my big sister, Patrice, who highly encouraged me to go see some schools. And the schools we saw, I applied to. And Spelman was the choice for me. I knew as soon as I stepped on the campus, I was like, yeah, it's like I'm going to pray about this and I'll talk to sweet Jesus, black Jesus, of course. And I got in, so it was cool. And that's where I was. And so shout out to everybody who made their choice on this week, to all of the high schoolers who have made their choice for what colleges they're going to attend in the fall. So to the class of 2020 high schoolers, congratulations onto your college acceptances. Right. And good luck to y'all in the fall.
Good luck. Make sure the internet connection is strong. Because you'll probably be logging into class. Yeah,
I saw that actually in recent news that some schools are transitioning fully to online for the next fall. So some schools, there may not be gathering of actual physical bodies on campus for the fall. They actually might just be doing mostly remote schoolwork, which is kind of funny, because not funny like they're going to school, but funny because I actually was thinking and actually getting myself together to apply for school. And I don't know, in hindsight, if I would have been able to really do my very first semester of a doctoral program being in online remote work and after being out of school for so long. So, everything is just like, wow, like that's funny to me. Like, it's not funny as in like a joke, but like, wow, like that's crazy.
Right.
Like, that's crazy. Like,
it's crazy.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy. All right. So, what else have we been up to? Jamal, you've been doing some really, really dope stuff. You did an amazing, really, really, really fun battle.
Oh, yes.
Yes, you did.
Yes. My friend Drex Clemens, who's another comedian, he has this new Instagram live show called Comedy Playlist, and basically how it works is we have a genre, and then two comedians, Drex and another comedian come together and they battle to see who has the best playlist, right?
Yeah.
So I was on this week, and our genre was 2000s club bangers, and it was close. It was
so close, and it's funny, right? Because the voting. So on Drex's page, the voting obviously swayed toward Drex, and on Jamal's page, all the voting swayed toward Jamal.
50-50. Like I scaled out.
It was really close. It was a close battle. They just brought out some really, really great songs. And when Jamal busted out on those ATL club hits on Drex, who's actually from Atlanta, and Jamal pulled out the stops with just all the songs, I was just like, whoa. And so you really got him. I think, in my estimation, it was really neck and neck. But if I had to pick a winner, right, if I had to referee that thing, I'd pick you, babe.
Oh, thank you.
I'd pick you.
I just wish we had a little bit more time so I could bring out some more Ja Rule and all the other forgotten one-hit wonders of the early 2000s.
Yeah, there were so many great songs in the early 2000s that things that I like legit forgot about. Cause so crazy, right? Because from the early 2000s, we were in middle school, like us. We were in middle school, we were in high school, and we were in college, right? During that time, y'all were like, what? I know, right? During that entire decade from the early 2000s to 2010, we were in middle school, high school, and college.
Right. Yeah, there's so much music in that time span. Like,
so much good music.
Pre-MySpace, during MySpace, post-MySpace.
Yo, it was MySpace, Black Planet, Facebook.
Right.
But Facebook didn't play music. So, like, MySpace, you played music on MySpace. And you played music
That's
on
how
Black
Cassie
Planet.
had a hit.
Oh, Cassie. I remember. Me and you, they wanna make a move. And tell me if you like it.
I've been waiting so long.
I never do what I do. I forgot the words, but maybe you remember too.
I'm crying.
Something like that. Y'all remember that? So if you were anywhere in the tri-state, you heard that song all the time. And Cassie was from Connecticut. Well, is from Connecticut. So Cassie's originally from Connecticut. That song was everywhere. This is like Cassie, well, not pre-Diddy, because Diddy put her out. So I guess that counts, maybe. But like before Cassie dating Diddy, like it was like that Cassie, Diddy. Cassie, but mostly Cassie.
Right.
Yeah, I remember that song. It was so many great songs. Like, remember Nina Sky? Like, ooh, move your body, girl, makes the something, something, na 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 na. You know, and remember when we thought Rihanna was going to be a one-hit wonder, but she isn't a one-hit wonder. She's
Under replay.
Remember when that came out? Like, there were just so many things that happened in the early 2000s. Like, dang. Now here we are.
Right.
In the 2020s, and
they all got kids.
These they all got kids.
Most of them.
Rihanna doesn't have kids.
Rihanna doesn't have kids. Yeah,
that's like Rihanna.
The rest of them.
but it's so funny though, cause like B2K and Mario, basically the whole Millennium Tour.
Yeah, B2K broke up, got back together, broke up again.
Child, and now nobody's on tour.
Right.
How about that? So that got squashed. So yeah, you did that battle. That was really great. And did you do anything else?
Oh yeah, I did my first like virtual obstacle course race.
Oh, how'd that work out for you?
It was really interesting. Like well, I won a free race, free entry into the race at game night from Metal Addict. Shout out to Justin Manning and Simone, another Hamptonian. And
Simone too?
No, Simone didn't go to Hampton.
Oh, okay. It's okay though.
Yeah, it's okay. But yeah, it was a really cool thing. I won the race. Well, I didn't win the race. I won entry into the race. And the way it works is it's basically just a 2-mile marathon. And then every time you complete a mile, you have to do 10 burpees.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the obstacle. Nah. Yeah. So it's a way for people to stay in shape during the quarantine and get out, stay fit, get active. And I did pretty well. You know, I did 2 miles in about 32 minutes.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see. I could never do that, Jamal. I gotta give it to you. All them burpees, or running all those miles, y'all. I don't run. Okay, I may run for my life. I may run for the Lord, but I don't. You know, and I run my mouth, but I don't run. Like really run. Like you talking about, like lace up some sneakers and get there running. Yeah, nah, that's not my thing, right? That's just not my thing. I'm an asthmatic. You feel me? I'm not saying that runners can't have asthma and asthmas can't run, right? I'm not saying that, right? I'm not saying that. What I am saying is I don't run and I have asthma and I don't want to run.
But let me tell you something. I didn't used to run either. I'm super non-athletic.
But you run.
I started running for the bus. And then just kept going. Everybody from the tri-state area knows what it feels like when you see your bus and you late for school or work and you gotta catch that thing.
That's crazy. But you know what though? Even though I don't run, I am very fast. If I have to run, I'm quick. Jamal can testify because one time I was dropping Jamal to the train. We were going to New York and I dropped you off because you had to go to work. But I was going into the city to meet with my best friend, Brittany. So I was meeting up with Brittany and I really need to catch this train. And we were trying to catch the same train. So what happened was I parked the car, right? I parked the car. Jamal's gone, right? I parked. And then I was like, oh shoot, I could maybe catch this train. Yo, when I tell you I met Jamal on the train, now mind you, I had to go from the second floor of the parking lot garage all the way down, cross the street, go up another flight of stairs, and make sure I had money on my Metro card, and still made the train. That thing was going, and I made it. And Jamal was like, whoa, how'd you get here?
What was the train doing?
It was, it makes that sound. I mean, it does make the sound. If you ever take the trains in New York and New Jersey, like taking the path, it goes, like it does that. So, you're amused, aren't you?
I am.
I can tell. But it's fine. So I totally ran, and I did it in some Converses. I was gone. And Jamal was like, how you made it? You ran up them stairs? I said, I ran up all flights of the stairs.
That was the first time I've ever seen Portia run.
Yo, I ran. Like, I was on some Forrest Gump running. Like, I was gone, y'all. I was gone.
You just got to do what you did that day for another mile.
But see, I can't keep that up. See, the thing is, I got speed, I don't have stamina. See, when you're running, you got to have speed and stamina, or you got to have stamina if you're not doing the speed thing, because, you know, you got to go the distance. I didn't have to go very far. I just had to get to where I had to get to really quickly. And so I have speed. You know, don't let it fool you. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm a little thick, you know, but I can go, right? You know, in my mind, you know, I was I was gone. You know, I was like, ooh, 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 ooh. You know, I was like, you know, Usain Bolt. I was like, ooh, 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 ooh.
I'm crying.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, I was FloJo. I was gone. Okay.
Yeah, but that was earlier, what I did earlier in this week. But you did something really cool earlier in the week as well.
I did?
Yeah.
What did I do?
Weren't you part of this really dope conversation?
I mean, yeah. So I was a part of this dope conversation hosted by Reverend Dr. Martha Simmons called Preaching and Preachers. And it was really, really cool. If you want to catch that, it is here on, it's on the Facebook stream. So you can check out my Facebook page. It's there. We had a really dope conversation just about being millennials in ministry. I was actually literally the youngest person on the call because I just cut the cut was between 40 and 30. And y'all know who've been watching and rocking with us. Y'all know I just turned 30 in March.
Hey. New life,
right? New levels, new seasons, new decades, you know, all that. So I just turned 30, and so the conversation was for those who between 30 and 40. And there was 10 of us, and it was a very, very insightful, dynamic conversation. And we had a great time calling out some things, calling out some stuff, calling out some of the things in the system of the Black church, because there are some injustices, you know, whatever you heard, you know, whatever. There are some injustices, believe that. You know, and sometimes we just got to call out the foolishness and the mediocrity. And sometimes we have to celebrate those things that are worth salvaging, and also casting out the things that no longer serve us as use. And so that was a really great conversation just between myself and some colleagues. And so big shout out to Dr. Simmons for bringing us together for that. I had a great time. I would love to see even more voices, even more diverse voices across platforms, you know, having conversations along with millennials in ministry, because there's so many great folks out here who have so many great things to say. And, you know, as you know, I like that stuff. You know, I like bringing people around the table and conversation and community. You know, that's my judge, right? That's my thing. Like, I like conversations and I like being people around the table for a community. Like, that really matters to me.
Yeah, and sharing thoughts is important.
Sharing thoughts is important. And having an array of voices, you know, matters to me. Yeah. Like, I don't think the Black church should have one particular face or one particular voice or one particular orientation or one particular gender. Like, I just don't think like that. Like, that's not the church, right? You can't have one specific person doing everything, like, or one specific type of person doing things, because that's not the body of Jesus. Like, that's not realistic. So I really appreciated it. Like I said, I want to also see more conversations with millennials in ministry, and then youngins in ministry who are Gen Zs, because Gen Zs, working with Gen Zs, I know they have something to say. And so I'm looking forward to how ministry is going to continue to evolve.
Right. Evolve.
All that. Mm-hmm. And so, you know, that's the good stuff. You know, we talked about some church. Today is Communion, First Sunday, which is a great transition into We Be Sippin'. So Jamal and I, we be sipping. We sip tea, literally.
Every day.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. We sip lots of tea. We sip wine.
We do sip wine. We sip lots of wine. Not like a crazy amount of consuming wine, no. But we consume enough.
Not enough to be concerned.
Yeah, definitely not enough to be concerned. But But we do appreciate a really good wine. We're introducing ourselves more to red wines.
Yeah.
I'm more of a white wine kind of girl, but you know what? I'm appreciating the red wines that are out here. So like this Apothic Red joint that we got.
The Apostolic Red, yeah.
The Apostolic Red.
That's not how you say it?
Apothic Red, baby. Apothic Red.
Apothic.
Red.
Apothic. Okay.
Say it with me. Apothic.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Apothic Red. It's actually really good. It's strong though. Make sure you eat something, child. That thing, you be lit and didn't even realize it. I mean, it's good though.
That Apostolic Red. That's the wine that Jesus turned the water into. That's how strong that is.
You know what?
That's a good time,
it's
right?
Potent.
It's a good time in a bottle. That's all I'm saying.
It's potent. Got him. Yeah, but it's potent. And so, and so we've tried that. We've had some different Prosecco's. We talked about the champagne that we like to pop bottles. Mm-hmm. So, we like to make our mimosas. Yeah. Because we be brunching. We'll talk about that in a little bit, about our brunching. We be brunching. But we actually, when our last trip to the store, because, liquor stores here are clearly essential. Clearly. When we did our grocery run, we stopped into our local winery. And we happened to see something we've never saw before. Right. And it was a really cute little mason jar like this. Actually, Jamal, go get it.
Okay.
Yeah, go get it. I know we live. It's Portia. Hey, y'all. So we actually bought this thing that was looking really, really cool. I really want y'all to see. That's why I told Jamal, go get it out the fridge. This right here, you see this? This looks like jam, okay? It looks like jam. It looks like jelly. Look at the show and tell. Like, everybody just show. It looks like jam, but no. This is Grandma's. It's called Grandma's Homemade Apple Raspberry Sangria, made with plenty of love.
Yep.
Lots of love. So, shout out. I literally said to the local man, I said, wait, this was not here last week. What is this? I said, what are people saying about it? He says, I don't know. We just got it. And I was like, okay, well, I'm going to buy it. So, Jamal and I are going to try this out. We're going to taste it. We're going to sip it. And I guess we'll let you know. Yeah. And I don't know. Do you want to open it now or do you want to open it later? Because you know what? We're going to open it later. Because once you open it, you got to drink it. And I ain't ready to drink anything. And not just because we're live. I'm just not ready to drink any wine right now. Or any sangria right now. But yeah, check it out. Isn't this cute? Cute packaging. Yeah. Right? It's just another way to just package your
Portia
beverages.
Thought it was actual jam.
I did.
She was like, who left their strawberry jam in the liquor store?
I did. That's exactly what I said verbatim. I said, who left the jam in the store? Somebody brought this in here and they left their jam. And then I looked down the row. It was a whole bunch of them. And I was like, oh, this is intentional.
I was like, Portia, it's clearly a liquid on the inside.
But I didn't know. Oh, don't slam it, baby. Don't want to break it. Oh, shy. Oh, my lord. No.
Hit over the sangria.
Glass on glass. This is a glass table. Glass on glass. But yeah. So we like that, right? So we trying this out. We also had a Jersey Peach. So there's a local brand of wine called Jersey. Yeah. And so I like flavored wines, okay? I ain't got no shame. So we tried this thing called Jersey Peach. It's like a summer flavor. It was really good.
It was good. It was really sweet.
Really sweet. It was like, if you like sweets, if you don't like, dry, but you want something really sweet, go ahead and get you something like a little fruity. Go ahead, try this thing called Jersey Peach. If you're in the tri-state area, you might be able to get it. I don't know, maybe. But it's local in Jersey for sure. So try it out. Any other fruity wines? I personally also really like the Gallo line of wines. But in addition to wines, you know what I feel like?
What?
Back to our teas, lattes. We drink a lot of teas, but
you made a really cool latte this week.
I did. I saw it by recommendation. Dr. Carrie Day. She's actually a professor down at Princeton University and Princeton Theological Seminary. And she posted this honey chamomile latte with a sprinkle of cinnamon. Okay? Oh. Honey chamomile latte with a sprinkle of cinnamon. Okay, and I did my latte with some almond milk. Ooh. And it was tasty, y'all. It was really good.
Fancy.
One thing I've learned about this quarantine, is that people are trying and just doing different things. And I'm like, why not try it out too? You know, it's like if Starbucks is closed and Dunkin' line too long, might as well make it at home.
Might as well try stuff. You ain't got nothing but time.
Nothing but time. Jamal, you like tea. What kind of teas you like? What kind of teas you like? Because you like tea.
I do like tea. I love tea. My favorite tea, green tea. Best tea on the planet, full of antioxidants, good for muscle metabolism. It's a life hack. Peppermint tea is another favorite of mine. It's really good. If you have a cold, it helps clear your lungs and all that. It's good for gas. And chamomile tea is another good one. If you're having trouble sleeping, get some chamomile in your system.
Yo, I drink that chamomile. I be ready to go to sleep. I do. I be clean. I be knocked clear out. Jamal's like, Porsche, you fell asleep with your glasses again. I be like,
right,
I did.
Yeah.
I do. I fall asleep.
You know how difficult it is to take someone's glasses off when they're already knocked out? Their head's all heavy.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. Takes a certain level of finesse.
Well, you know. So that's it for We Be Sippin'. But you know, of course, you know it's our favorite thing we always talk about.
Oh, yes.
What?
Is it? Okay. Restart. In this segment we like to call What We're Watching.
Oh, yeah. Dang.
You missed it.
I did. You know what? It happens, y'all.
It's okay, baby.
It's okay.
You had to speak at a whole senior thing today, and you had a whole big conversation.
You know what's crazy? Because last week you missed it, and now this week I missed it. So now we're even.
Look, we are even, but
even.
I'm not keeping score. But you know,
we're even.
You know, it's not. We're just here to support each other. We can make mistakes. That's what we're here to do. It's what black couples are here for.
We make mistakes.
We make mistakes.
And guess what? And then we move on. So, back to what we were saying.
Right.
So, roll it back. Mm-hmm. Okay. So, now we're transitioning to our favorite segment. What we're watching. There we go.
There we go.
We got it. And so, y'all know we always watching Insecure. You know, we going to be watching it.
Every Sunday.
We're going to be watching it tonight. Mm-hmm. You know what? I got to give it, to Molly. Molly is not as immature as we thought, even though we do want her on the couch. You know, Issa might be a little self-absorbed just a little bit right now. Just a little bit.
Self-absorbed, self-conscious, all of the selves.
A little insecure. But you know what got me? If you watched, hopefully you watched. If you haven't watched, spoiler alert. At the end, you know, when Lawrence was watching Issa's story, I was like, first of all, y'all still follow each other?
First of all, I was watching that whole thing like Lawrence was my boy, and I was just like, dude, don't reply, don't do it, don't do it. It's not a good idea, bro.
I was like, oh,
it's not a good look. Just got a new girl, you about to relapse.
Yo, and it's so interesting because, right, this Lawrence Condola thing, I'm like, is this gonna work? I don't know, because who knows? Because it's like Condola's just trying to have fun, and it sounds like Lawrence actually really wants to settle down. Like, that's his intention. Like, he seems like he's intentioning, I don't even know if that's a word, but it's a word today, intentioning to settle down. Meanwhile, Condola is intentioning to have some fun. You know, and I don't fault her. I mean, sis just got out of a divorce, so she wants to live her best life. You know, she's intending to live her best life. And I ain't mad at her. But I also ain't mad at Lawrence either, who is in a space where he looks like he wants to be serious. And I think he's always wanted to be serious with Issa, but just the circumstances of their relationship and kind of things that went down, it just didn't happen that way. So I guess we'll see. Mm-hmm. What else we watching, Jam Jam?
Last week was the Hezekiah Walker John P. Key battle on Versus.
Yes.
We tuned in and then tuned out.
Well, yeah. See, and here's the thing. We tuned out not because it wasn't good. We tuned out because, like, the sound was kind of, like, aggy.
Yeah.
It was aggy. And I realized it's Instagram's fault because their interface can't handle all these people.
The bandwidth for it.
Literally. Yeah. And so I was like, wow. But I went back. I did go back. And let me tell you something. The songs, like, while we were watching John P. Key played I Believe, and I like me some good, foot stomping, with some good tambourine clapping, hand clapping, washboard having. I'm just like, y'all, take us back.
Washboard,
yeah. No, I really, really love that song. Like, I love I Believe, and I love Hezekiah Walker's Calling My Name, and so I needed to be around long enough for those songs.
Right.
Like, I needed to be around long enough to just like, the Figueroa girls know they can sing.
Oh, they do that.
Okay, the Figueroas be singing, and that's Timony. Yes, Timony is singing on that song. And so I love Calling My Name. Love Calling My Name. And so we were there, all the great folks of the world were
Praise
watching
the Lord.
and tuning in. Praising the Lord. Hallelujah.
Amen.
I also watched How to Get Away with Murder. I'm not
show.
gonna say too much about that, but since we're talking about what we're watching, I have been watching the show for the last 6 seasons, and this past week they threw us for a loop, and I was like, whoa, what are y'all doing? Like, we don't need this storyline. We need to know how we gonna close this out in 2 more episodes. Like, there's only 2 more episodes left. Like, we gotta be very intentional with all the stories we're telling, because we got questions. We have questions. All of my How to Get Away with Murder fans, hey ho.
Doesn't it suck knowing that your show is going to end in the middle of quarantine?
It's so hard
to say goodbye to yesterday.
So it's really hard to say goodbye to our favorite shows in the middle of the quarantine. And you know what? It is what it is. It's going away, and it's been a great run. And, shout out to the entire cast, because it's been a really great show. Did you ever watch the show?
How to Get Away with Murder? No.
No? Oh, well, you know what? It can be a little traumatizing. It needs to come with a trigger warning every episode. But, it's a good show. Speaking of good shows, we also watched
Little Fires Everywhere
on Hulu.
Really good show. Really good miniseries. Consider it miniseries?
Limited series.
I never know the difference. But hey, it was a really good show. Lots of plot twists and turns. It's one of those series that kind of like reveals more the more you watch it. So like, you think you got it figured out, and then they're like, plot twist, and then you're like, oh man, I don't know what's gonna happen at the end, and then watch it.
Yo, it was so good. If you haven't seen Little Fires Everywhere, watch it. Let me tell you, we were not intending to binge watch it in one sitting. We were not. Like, we just put it on. It was like, right after breakfast, and then it just kept going. It just kept getting so good. And I'm just like, yo, like, we looked up and it was episode 6, and we're like, well, we got 2 more left. Might as well keep watching. So it was so good. Kerry Washington, amazing acting. Reese Witherspoon, amazing acting. I mean, the show really hits on things with issues of race, things touching on motherhood, touching on
marital problems,
yes. Class problems, or perceived class problems.
Right.
Just so many different things. It's set in the 90s, and there's some flashbacks back to like the 60s and 70s and the 80s.
Yeah.
But it's such a really good show. I really recommend Little Fires Everywhere to everybody. It's also a really good book too. But I will say it's a fantastic show. Jamal, you really loved it.
Oh yeah, I did. It was really good. Anybody who knows me knows I love a good story, because I'm a storyteller myself. So I just love a really good story, and the story sucked me in. So go watch it. I'm not going to say anything because I don't want to ruin it for anybody. Go watch Little Fires Everywhere on Hulu. Steal your friend's Hulu account. Watch Little Fires Everywhere.
With no commercials. If you can watch it uninterrupted with no commercials, it'll cut probably like 4 hours of your day out. Or cut 4 hours out.
Hello.
Okay, because them commercials be long.
Ain't nobody got time for commercials.
Nobody got time for commercials. It needs to be uninterrupted. So good. So great of a show. Get on it. Hulu. Little Fires Everywhere. And the ending was like
let them watch it, babe.
I'm not going to spoil it. I'm not going to give it away.
Don't do it.
So good. Yep. But when you watch it, let us know.
Right.
Let us know. So, and of course, we're always watching our Disney Plus shows. And, we actually have a really, really good Disney game that we were waiting to play with y'all. Not even really waiting, but it's about the good timing. We have this Disney Princess game that we're like, ready to play.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so we've actually got a few Disney-based games that we're just kind of like waiting for like the right moment to play them. Because there's just so many good things that just happens to the week. It's kind of like filler. Yeah, it's like we got this Disney Princess game, and I'm like really hyped about it. And so maybe we should play it next week.
Next week, maybe.
Next week. Maybe we should play it next week. Yeah. But and speaking of games, we are always playing some of our favorites like Charades and Heads Up. That's actually you can download Charades and Heads Up virtually, and you can even do a little Zoom game night watching doing Charades and Heads Up. So we gotta have these games, y'all. Gotta have these games. So do Charades and Heads Up. You can do this virtual Zoom party with them, and you can just hold it up to your head and everybody can see, and they got to give you the clues. And I say go for it. But in addition to the Disney game, in addition to our Charades game and to our Heads Up game, we also have Grown Up Black in Church.
Yep.
Shout out to the Reverend Dr. Brianna K. Parker. We ordered this game, and yeah, we still, trying to play it, figure it out, but we had a really good time doing it, and we're actually going to do a review of it. Check it out. Here it is, Grown Up Black in Church. Shout out to Reverend Dr. Brianna K. Parker of Black Millennial Cafe. Yeah, so it's a card game. Jamal, you want to show folks the game?
Oh, yeah.
Because we're going to, like, play the game and do, like, a review on it because we're, like, excited. And, like, support Black businesses, support Black women, especially support Black women. Like, support us out here. So, it's really cool. It's got these cards in here. It's got different categories. And you just play the game. And actually, the game is kind of long.
Just like Black Church. Oh, man. Just like church. You start playing at 11 in the morning. You ain't done until about 6 at night. So.
And it's funny. Like, the question cards are really, really funny.
So, okay. So, for the purpose of our video, we're just going to do general questions.
Okay.
All right. Here we go. Y'all can play along as we play, too. Just, type the answers and we'll let you know if you got it right. Okay. How do church people gossip? A, so-and-so wouldn't mind me sharing this. B, I want us to pray for so-and-so. C, in a spirit of transparency. Or D, I'm not gossiping, I'm just sharing.
All the above. That's not an option. Well, sometimes it is, but that's not an option.
Not on this question.
The parking lot.
Parking lot.
They. Oh wait, what do they say?
A, so and so wouldn't mind me sharing this.
Oh, I'm thinking about where do people gossip the most? They gossip in the parking lot. Okay, that's not the question.
That's not the question. No. The question is how do they enter gossip?
Oh, how do they enter gossip? Yeah, and you definitely read off the choices.
So and so wouldn't mind me sharing this.
Okay.
B, I want us to pray for.
Okay.
C, in a spirit of transparency.
Okay.
Or D, I'm not gossiping, I'm just sharing.
Well, at my church, they say I'm not gossiping. Reverend Portia, I'm not gossiping, but probably in the spirit of transparency.
That is correct. Church folk are always about the spirit of transparency.
In the spirit of transparency.
Ooh, this is a good one. Y'all play along now.
Okay.
The biggest sign a child is in trouble is when A, they are forced to walk towards the bathroom. B, they get the look from a parent. Or C, they get the biggest smile ever from their parents.
All the above is still not an option.
No, it's not. It should be, but it's not.
It should be. Well, I guess it's like a series of events, right? Mm-hmm. So, like, when you're in trouble, I'm thinking about when I was in trouble as a kid in church. Okay. My mom would give me a look.
Right.
I would kind of get one of these, and then if I didn't stop, I would get another look. And then I would get like this mean mug smile. And then, the bathroom. the bathroom. If you're going to the bathroom, then you're in real trouble.
If your mama walks you to the bathroom, you ain't coming back without a whiplash.
And you can't come back from the bathroom without. You can't look like you gotta be
right. You can't come back crying. No.
You have to pull yourself together.
No, that's when black parents hit you with the stop crying for I give you something to cry about.
And here's the thing, and I was a kid, right? I didn't like going to children's church or youth church. Like, I just didn't. My mother would, press me to go, or, whatever adult I was with. I didn't want to go. I wanted to be upstairs with the pastor, right? I wanted to hear the sermon. But then I would fall asleep on the sermon, right?
I'm crying.
So as a little kid, I want to be in the sanctuary. So I want snacks. I want to play games. I want all that. But I just didn't want to be around the little kids because I'm like, I feel like I was back in preschool. I don't want to do this. Like, I was bored. So I wanted to stay in the sanctuary with my mom. And I wanted to color. And I wanted to play, with my Nintendo or something like that. And then, but I used to sit with my friend, China. And China and I would sit together and we would act up. And so, you in trouble when your parents separate you and sit between you. Oh. And then you got to look at your friend like, yeah, that was me. I would get separated from my friend in the pew by another adult, being a partition. A parent partition. Parent partition. When two kids are in church acting up and the parent sits between them, it's called a parent partition. I just made that up. I don't even know if that's a real thing.
Put on t-shirts, the
parent partition. And now I'm an adult partition because when kids, if I'm sitting in church with children, I'm like, move over.
Now you're the partition.
Yeah.
I'm crying.
The parent partition. The adult partition. Yeah. That's good. So, do you want to do another one?
One more.
Okay, one more for the good and welfare. Remember, y'all, Grown Up Black in Church, Reverend Dr. Brown K. Parker, Black Millennial Cafe.
All right, last question.
Okay.
Who are the wildest members of the church? A, PKs.
Oh, I know
preachers' kids, in case those don't know. B, musicians. C, the Holy Roller. Or D, ministry leaders' kids.
All of them. That's not a choice. Okay, what say you? What say you, Saints? What say you? I know the answer. Actually know the answer to this one because this one we plucked when we were playing. But I know it's the musicians.
Yeah.
But I say it's everybody.
Look, it's between the musicians are number one, PKs, and then ministry leaders' kids, in my opinion, like top 3 wildest in the church.
Top 2? What? I guess I can co-sign that. Mm-hmm. So get you growing up black in church. Get y'all this game. Hey, yeah. So, as we get ready to close out, I'm about to be like a pastor. As we close, and then the pastor says, "As we close," and they give you another point, and you thought it was over.
I'm almost done.
We wrapping up. So, as we wrap up, we want to talk about we be eating.
Hey.
We be eating. So quickly, Jamal tried to cook my wings, y'all. Remember I told y'all last week about this wing recipe that I have, that I be making these wings, lemon pepper wings specifically. Jamal tried to make my lemon pepper wings, y'all.
I think it came out pretty okay. I mean, obviously it's not as good as hers, but, I did my thing. And
you know what? It was no thing but a chicken wing. So I want to give it to you, Jamal. You did actually pretty good. Yeah. They were very juicy. They were very tender. A little over-seasoned with the salt.
Better over-seasoned than under-seasoned.
Oh, I don't know. Well, that's my blood pressure, that, honey. I don't know. I don't know what that blood pressure
is. Somebody else ain't seasoned it at all. See how you feel.
Well, that'd be bland. Salt enhances, right? I say salt is not a flavor giver, it's a flavor enhancer. So if you put salt on bland, it just makes it more bland. It just enhances bland. See? But if you put salt on seasoning, it enhances. Enhances what you got. But yeah, we've been cooking and we've been eating. Yesterday, we did a full brunch because, you know what? We realized we really miss brunch. We love Saturday brunch.
Right.
We haven't been able to do it, and so we've been brunching at home. Well, one day where we just went all out, and I made hash browns
from scratch.
From scratch hash browns, because my mother gifted me a food processor. I think I mentioned this last week. That mom gifted me a food processor, and so I made them hash browns from scratch hash browns. Ooh. Hash browns from scratch hash browns.
Delicious.
Hey, so yeah, delicious, and they were very nutritious because potatoes are loaded with vitamin C. So we be cooking hash brown making, potato making, and wings, bacon, all of that. It's just shaking bacon. We just out here doing all the great things that we love and enjoy.
Eating all this good food.
It was really good food.
It was good food.
And I made some greens, y'all. I made some greens.
They
were good. They were actually really good. This is probably the best pot of greens I've ever made.
It is. I can co-sign that.
Really?
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, they were really good.
Thank you for feeding me.
I try. And the cornbread was really good, too.
Cornbread was delicious.
Yeah, the cornbread was really good, too. So.
Y'all can't tell I'm a very happy man.
Oh. Yay.
All right, well, that is our show, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in to God's Got Jokes TV. If you missed any portion of this and you want to watch the whole thing, it'll be uploaded to our YouTube. Just search on YouTube, God's Got Jokes TV. You'll find it. Make sure you follow God's Got Jokes TV on Instagram and follow us respectively, Portionality, Jamal Rich Comedy. And we'll see you guys next week.
Yeah, take care, y'all. Be blessed, be safe, wash your hands and cover your face. Enjoy, be safe. Wash your hands and cover your face. Enjoy, be safe. Wash your hands and cover your face. Enjoy, be safe. Wash your hands and cover your face. Enjoy, be safe. Wash your hands and cover your face. See y'all next week.
Love y'all.